Okay, so last week we did some visualization to figure if we could figure out just by moving if it's going to be positive or negative. All right, so let's go a little bit deeper on this. Remember, there's another way we could have done it. We could have used your integer rules. Well, what do I mean by that? That means your rules for dividing positives and negatives. All right, so let's kind of check it out right now. Right? So here's a question, moving up and left. Is it positive slope or negative slope? Well, last week we just talked about visualizing up and left. And then we want to visualize that line right there. All right, now compare that to the slope mountain. You're going to know what that is. But there's another way to do it, right? Up is a positive direction. If we're going up, that's positive. But if we are moving left, that's a negative direction. Remember, moving to the left is a negative direction on our graph. And let's remember now what's a positive divided by a negative? That is a negative. Look at that. We can even compare to the slope mountain like we said at the beginning. There it is, negative slope. All right, remember there's two ways to do it, right? Kind of visualize with the slope mountain, but also you have a way to check it using your integer rules. Let's take a look at another one. All right, what about moving down and left? Again, you want to visualize something like this, down and left, and put your line in. Right now, we can compare to the slope mountain right now, but some people have a difficult time visualizing that. I know I did when I started. So here's your backup, right? Well, what is down? That's a negative movement, right? If I'm going down, that's negative. And remember, we just talked about left. That's also negative movement, right? But what is a negative divided by a negative? That is a positive, right? So this here is a positive slope. Check it out. There's our slope mountain. It's a positive slope. And that's why this answer is positive. All right, so that's what I want you to think of today as we go through these questions again. Use your integer rules as a backup plan to check. All right, so let's check this out and do some practice on these. Make sure we're comfortable on how to use our integer rules when we're figuring out the slopes.